For decades, we thought of AI as this powerful tool for scientists, right? Something that helped them crunch massive amounts of data or run complex simulations. But what if an AI could be more than just a tool? What if it could actually become the scientist making its own discoveries? Well, today, we're going to look at a new system that is trying to do exactly that.
So that's the big question, isn't it? It sounds like something straight out of science fiction. But we're at this incredible moment where researchers are actually building AIs designed to autonomously explore the very frontiers of science. We're going to break down how one of these AI scientists works, and you won't believe this, what it's already managed to accomplish.
To really get what's happening here, we need to zoom out a little. AI is in the middle of this massive evolution, moving way beyond the chatbots we're all used to and developing some frankly incredible new capabilities.
People in the field kind of think about it in stages. So level 1, that gave us chatbots that can talk to us. Level 2 brought us reasoners, AIs that can solve really tough problems, almost at a human level. But the real game changer, the thing that's making all this possible, is level 3, agents. These are AIs that don't just talk or think, they can take action. They can run code, they can perform experiments, they can interact with the world. And that is the crucial leap towards an AI that can actually innovate.
Okay, so let's break down this fundamental shift. On one hand, you've got AI as a tool. A fantastic example is AlphaFold, which does an amazing job predicting protein structures. It's an incredible assistant for a very specific job. But on the other hand is this new frontier, AI as a scientist. This is a system that can handle the entire research process all by itself, from coming up with an idea to forming a hypothesis, all the way to a discovery.
So how in the world do you build an autonomous AI scientist? Well, a team of researchers decided to start by tackling one of the most intellectually demanding fields you can possibly imagine, physics.
And here's why that is so incredibly hard. Physics isn't just about number crunching. It requires this really deep, abstract thinking about the fundamental laws of the universe. But at the same time, you have to be able to write and run seriously complex code to see if your theories are even right. Most AIs are good at one of those things, but not both. An AI physicist has to be a master of both worlds.
And that is where PhysMaster comes in. It is an AI agent that was literally built from the ground up to operate like a physicist, specifically designed to bridge that gap between pure abstract theory and hardcore nuts and bolts computation. All right, so how does an AI physicist actually think? Let's peel back the layers and take a look at the architecture that makes PhysMaster tick. So at its heart, PhysMaster has a few key components. It's got this evolving knowledge base, we'll get to that, a really clever way to explore potential solutions, and it has expertise built in for a whole range of physics fields, from cosmology to quantum information.
And this is just a brilliant way to think about how it works. It's not one single monolithic AI. It's actually a multi-agent system that functions just like a human research team. You've got a supervisor agent that acts like the project lead, breaking down the problem and keeping track of everything. And then you have a theoretician agent that does all the heavy lifting, the deep thinking and the actual coding.
But how does it handle these massive open-ended problems without getting lost? Well, it uses this really smart technique called a Monte Carlo tree search. Just picture it like you're exploring a giant maze with thousands of possible paths. The AI sends out explorers down many different paths at once. It really quickly learns which routes are dead ends, and then it pours more resources into the paths that look the most promising. This is how it manages to tackle these incredibly long and complex research tasks.
Okay, but how does the AI not just, make stuff up? That's the crucial point. It uses a knowledge base called LANDAU. And this isn't just a simple library of facts. It has layers. It has the bedrock of reliable textbook knowledge, then a memory of methods and approaches that have worked before, and then it layers on top of that insights from the very latest scientific papers. It's this evolving mind that helps it avoid errors and make decisions you can actually trust.
So the architecture sounds amazing, but the big question is, does it actually work? Let's take a look at how PhysMaster did when it was put up against real-world physics problems.
The researchers basically put it through its paces with 3 levels of tests, each one harder than the last. First, could it just speed up the tedious work humans have to do? Second, could it completely automate an entire research project from start to finish? And finally, the ultimate test. Could it make a genuine, autonomous discovery all on its own?
For the acceleration test, they gave PhysMaster this notoriously difficult, labor-intensive task in a field called lattice QCD. This is the kind of complex, repetitive work that would take a senior PhD student months to get through. PhysMaster nailed it in less than 6 hours. Months of work done in less time than a workday. Okay, next up, automation. This time, the AI was given a problem in quantum many-body physics. This is the super complex science behind how huge groups of quantum particles behave together. The kind of stuff that's absolutely critical for designing things like new superconductors. The AI had to run the entire research cycle on its own, and it finished the entire project in just one day.
And this is what it produced. Now this graph looks pretty technical, but what you're seeing here is a high-precision analysis where all those different colored lines cross at one single exact point. That point is the answer, the critical point of a quantum phase transition, a result the AI found entirely by itself.
This result was so significant that the researchers themselves said it was, and I quote, marking the transition from AI co-scientist to autonomous AI scientist. Because the final test wasn't just about being fast or efficient, it was about pure discovery. And for this final, ultimate test, PhysMaster was given a completely open problem in particle physics, predicting something called the decay amplitudes for charmed mesons. With basically no specific instructions, it built an effective theoretical model completely from scratch, and based on that model, it derived these predictions. This is a genuine contribution to an open scientific question.
So, after seeing all of that, you have to ask yourself, what does this actually mean for the future of science? For the process of discovery itself?
Now, let's be realistic for a second. The system is not perfect, not by a long shot. It's still limited by the knowledge cutoff of the language model it's built on. It can still make reasoning errors or hallucinate. It absolutely depends on having access to high-quality scientific papers, and it still kind of struggles with really abstract symbolic math.
But even with those limitations, the potential here is just staggering. PhysMaster represents a totally new kind of scientific partner, one that can accelerate discovery in ways we are just beginning to wrap our heads around. We're talking about new materials, faster drug design, a deeper understanding of the universe, and that leaves us with one final incredible question. If this is where we are today, what great scientific mysteries are we going to be able to solve tomorrow?